Indian Express Roundtable Conference, an initiative of the Indian Express, is a thought-provoking forum that brings together industry leaders as well as policymakers on a single focus platform. Today's edition, the Indian Express Roundtable Conference, is presented by Spray Engineering Devices Ltd. May I now invite Mr. Vivek Verma, Managing Director, Spray Engineering Devices Ltd, to please come up on the stage and say a few words. Can we please have a big round of applause for him?
I am extremely thankful for Indian Express team for organizing this wonderful gathering, and it's a very, very important subject on which our team has been working since more than 30 years. We are out of this Tri-City. Fortunately, we are not working in the biofuels directly. We were working in the sugar industry, which was paying the cost of all these development, and that technology was working in our company. You see, as a country, we are surplus in food, but we are short in fertilizer. It is almost 50% of the agro-based economy, means our GDP is about 10% on the imported fossil fuels, and our agriculture is round about 15 to 20% of our GDP. So we are actually talking about a matching resource, which is carbon of the agriculture. If you look any food, 1 kg of rice, we have 3 kilograms of biomass. 1 kg of sugar, 3 kilograms of biomass. What is more valuable is actually the biomass, not the food. But because the biomass is not properly utilized, we are not able to create value for the farmers. These biorefineries that we have to create, that are key to our growth of our countryside, and the conversion efficiency is very important. We say that a kilogram of rice is 25 rupees. If you simply burn it, then you will not create value. So we have to convert it into a product which is replacing oil. How this can be done? This is done by not burning it. For example, rice parboiling is taking place. We are burning fuel there. Or sugarcane, you have seen sugar factories are burning bagasse in the boiler. So we created a scenario that we don't need to burn it. We can still carry out the process by recycling the heat, by avoiding the boiler, by avoiding the condenser. And the benefit is that we have no water consumption also. Sometimes we think that biomass is whether India can become a bio-based economy, whether the cost of fuels will go up or cost of chemicals, plastics will become higher. If you look at a barrel of oil, it is in the sugarcane case, the energy which we are getting from the sugarcane, we are getting about 1.65 kilowatt hour per kilowatt hour is the price of the energy from the sugarcane. When we are importing oil, we are actually spending 3.86. So actually the farmers are able to produce biomass at way below the international oil prices. While this money, if it is going to the agriculture, it actually directly converts it into a valuable product. We have done smaller plants. Sometimes people say, where is the proof of concept? Can we run sugar factories without boiler? We said yes. We created 5 models in all parts of the country. These are the 2 examples, one in Western UP, one in Assam, and there are 3 more plants which are going to be working this year. So this is the future of the country. We have to get rid of our waste. Almost even garbage can be converted into products similar to the biomass. It becomes, everybody gets involved. The farming becomes more profitable. It is, the green economy is not a liability. It is actually going to be the backbone of the country. So our vision that we must use food and energy together of the agriculture. Both sides are very important, and efficiency of the conversion is very important. That's it.
I would now like to invite our panelists to just voice your views on where we stand as a country today in terms of implementation as well as adoption of a circular bio-based economy, and what needs to be done to get where we should be.
In terms of climate change index ranking, we are in the top 5 nations. In Punjab, whatever technological options can be put to use for effective management of agri residue, which primarily paddy straw, because that's the predominant agri residue that we have in Punjab. I think we've brought in every possible technological option in the state.
Biomass per se, if you note, is a carbon neutral product because the carbon which is emitted is absorbed by the life of the crops, the rice crops, and subsequently it is burned to become a neutral. We as a company, because we have grown so much, we have brought in technology which are available across the globe, and there is very less emission, we would say, but at the same time we are trying to work on how we can make it a carbon negative, not only carbon neutral.
At the outset, the topic for discussion is very relevant today, not only to Punjab but also to the nation, but also for other countries in the world. Because now every country is now talking about circular economy. They are moving from linear economy to circular economy.
This is a topic which really not only interests us but also is important for our future generation. We've all talked about sustainability and we are all aware of the sustainable development goals that the United Nations set for all of us. As a global community, those are the goals. 17 goals, 169 targets. But the problem with these goals and targets is that most of the time, these are goals and targets which are given without a backing of an action plan. And hence, most of the time, at the end of the targeted period, we are still left wondering where we have reached. The good thing is that today we are all gathered here where we are talking about action to achieve these goals.
Biomass is definitely a carbon neutral fuel, unlike the fossil fuel. But even burning biomass also is not a great idea. As an engineering company, we are not the end solution provider. We are not really working directly with the economy, but we are providing the technology and equipment and the process for the future.